The epic and unbeatable Scrabble. The nerds with attitude.
Gordon, I'm terrible at this. Welcome to the N.W.A. I am Shin, the hero. OldHunterRage, Isaac.
Hi, everybody.
And Miss Prom JR.
What is that, peoples?
And
Walton Old Man.
Flores Blue. Noah.
I'm sleepy as hell.
Me too. We getting through this quick. Tonight, morning, afternoon, whatever. We are here talking about Dragon Quest Season 4.
10 years from now.
The Great White Whale season that probably doesn't exist still. We're talking about that. We're going to be talking about spoilers, getting into everything, what we like, what we didn't like. But off rip, we're just going to get our initial thoughts before we get into spoilers. And I am going to leave JR last because he was hella excited for this. He waited 10,000 years. So, Noah, Mr. Noah, how are we liking?
And I got such a crick in the neck.
How are we liking Season 4 of The Dragon Prince?
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is probably the worst season of the Dragon Prince.
Oh, thank God.
We waited 3 years for nothing.
All right. Hold on. Just hold that thought. We'll have a discussion. We'll discuss that.
God.
Hold that thought.
I'm done.
Flores Bloom threw us for a loop. Not too surprised. OldHunterRage, how do you feel about Season 4 of The Dragon Prince? No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Do you
I'm
agree?
so glad Noah said that. This was, God, I must have lost interest or something, man, because I was not feeling this season.
All right, hold that thought. We got so far it's batting 0 for 2. Me. So I'm gonna be straight up with you wonderful, beautiful nerd. Noah, I don't agree with Noah a lot, but this time right here, woo, yo, Dragon Prince Season 4 was a struggle. Like I said, a struggle to get through. I never hated a cartoon in my whole entire life from this season. JR, how are your feelings? Do you agree with us? Or you just think we crazy? He was waiting 3 years. You was the most excited out of everybody.
I 40% agree with everybody. Like this, it's mostly just me being like super excited that we actually get something. But I will agree to one thing, that this was the least of the 4 seasons. Yeah, all that hype, and it was just.
All
It was
right,
just a hard meh.
all right, people. I know in the comments down below if you're ripping us shreds in the comments, but just hear us out first. Noah, Isaac, why do y'all feel like this was the worst season? Isaac, go first. Go.
Okay.
Are we,
Go first. Go ahead.
are we still doing no spoilers?
No spoilers still. No spoilers.
Okay. I think I can keep this spoiler free. With this season, it felt like, well, for one thing, like we said, what was it? There was a 3-year wait for this, right?
3 years, man.
Yep.
It wasn't worth no 3 years back. Cause like somewhere in that 3 years, like, I mean, we always made the joke, like, yeah, Season 4 doesn't exist. And then when it existed, I was like, oh, that's exciting. I'm excited to see what's going on. And then I kept waiting, and I was like, well, when it gets here, it gets here. And when it finally got here, I completely forgot it was here. So I watched it, and it took me 2 days just to get through episode 5 because I kept falling asleep. But the whole season felt like mostly, hey, we're going somewhere, and then it's 9 episodes of going somewhere, and it's not until like the last episode when something actually happens, in my opinion. It just, I don't know. It was boring. And maybe it was, again, because it was the 3-year wait and that I ended up losing interest. But all the characters were really annoying this time around. I don't know what happened. I ain't like nobody. Barely anybody. When we get into spoilers, I'll say more, but that's pretty much how I felt about it.
Mr. Bloom. Why? Why are you so strongly against season 4 of the Dragon Prince?
I waited 3 years for them to make a whole season of build-up. I know Isaac said episode 5. It was the first 2 episodes for me. Those first 2 episodes killed my joy. I was like, yo, somebody come kill me now. I stayed up until like 2 a.m. after my girl and my baby went to sleep just to watch this shit by myself. No interruptions. I went to sleep disappointed after those first 2 episodes. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Oh my god.
What? The little plot twist in the beginning for them to explain because in the beginning it was the same ending as season 3. She was like, "Oh, you've been dead for 2 days," or the caterpillar made himself into a cocoon for 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
Yeah,
we won't hark on that too much because it is a spoiler, but
that's not a spoiler.
It's a spoiler.
If you guys didn't watch first 3 seasons of Dragon Prince, people, you had 3 fucking years before the 4th season came out. I don't give a shit. Then it was like, 2 days ago,
oh my god,
the caterpillar went into the cocoon. But then they hit us with the little thing, the fucking, but you've been dead for 2 years. What the fuck ever? That was, I don't know what the
Varen or Vyron, he was like, his exact words, like, I've been dead for 2 whole days? And she was like, no, Dad.
It's been 2 years.
No, man, they did not plan it like that. I don't know what happened with they planning. They did not intend to have a 2 year. These niggas really thought they were One Piece. Think they can pull off a 2-year time skip? Who the hell they think they are? Who the hell do they think they are? Why do they think we care about, what's his name, Byron?
Yeah.
Why the fuck do they think we care about him like that? What makes them think we care? Who gives a shit?
I don't know. I don't have the answers to that, Noah. I personally feel like this season, like, there's a big tone shift in this season, and it almost felt like a different show to me. That's what it really felt like, where it bottles down to. And then, like, to piggyback off of Isaac, I hated everybody except for the mute person, because she's best girl. But other than that, I hated everybody. Well, I take that back. Not Soren. Ezrin. Ezrin was still a little ball of sunshine.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, fuck Ezrin.
But other than that, he's the only one that stayed true to himself over that 2-year time skip. Everything else, and then some of the jokes in this, like with the whole.
Oh my god!
With the old girl's boyfriend and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Look,
I thought
his fart smell good. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
we spent way too much time on that fart joke. I will admit, it's not pretty. Also, I feel like they lied to us about the title of this whole season, The Mystery of Erebos. You know about
We didn't get
everything
nothing.
about Erebos. You know everything about
You got
Erebos
his
in the
backstory.
second episode. We got his backstory. We saw like one scene with him when he did spoilers, but who cares anymore? But when he was like controlling Callum, and that was it. I was like, okay, so when is Erebos is coming back? Because honestly, that was my whole thing, that I liked Erebos. I thought he was like a very manipulative son of a bitch villain, and I wanted to see what else he would do, but he didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing at all this whole season, and I was kind of I was really disappointed.
Because he can't. Because he broke the fucking mirror. Like
I
an
mean,
idiot.
even if he can't, how the hell did he take over? We are getting into spoilers now, people. I'm sorry. 'Cause
yeah.
These niggas.
I was
already
confused with
like,
that too.
I'm sorry.
These niggas was like, I don't give a damn. But like again, I'm sorry for the spoilers up ahead. Three out of 4 did not like this. It was even the baby. See, the baby's crying too. They're crying. He crying because we talking about this. But like I said, we're finna get into spoilers. So like, if you want to hear our thoughts after you've seen episode 4, not episode 4, but book 4, apparently, come back. We appreciate it. If not, tell us if you liked it or not, and let's get into spoilers. Like I said, like that there was. Why was she so strong? Why?
Who? What's her name?
Yeah.
Man, that's
Claudia.
dark magic, dog. Claudia, that's dark magic for you, man.
Why is it?
Yeah.
Oh, and her brother.
I mean, it's a
like,
2-year gap. The brother, yeah,
Yeah,
Soren.
I did like Soren.
Still my favorite character. Like,
But like,
I think the whole thing with like everybody changing, that's the whole problem with time skips. Like everybody has different motivations for doing things, and you don't know until they actually, do something.
Yeah.
And that could be a problem because everything they do will just come out of left field all of a sudden. And unless you get the context for it, you're kind of out of it.
Yeah, the time skip was unnecessary.
See, look, and here's part of the thing with
I
the
feel
time
like that's
skip
more
for
of
me.
an inside joke.
It's like it might be an inside joke, yeah. But my least favorite thing was, when I can't remember what episode. It must have been the first or second episode or something like that, when they're having Callum's birthday party or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
That was the first episode.
And
Yeah.
he's outside thinking about Rayla, right? He's distraught. He's sad. He's heartbroken. She shows up in the next episode, and then we get God knows how many episodes of him being like, I don't want to talk to her. You were just crying about her.
I know, right? That shit.
Oh, I hate when people do that in shows. It's
I
just
hated
the
that
dumbest
Oh
thing.
my!
Oh, God.
Here's the thing. I feel like that would have gone a lot better if, he pulled out all of his emotions right when she showed
Yes,
up. Like he would
absolutely.
be yelling at her or whatever. But he just shuts her off. He just shuts her off, and I'm like, I kind of get it, but I'm still mad at you for it. It's the dumbest thing.
I thought I missed something when she wasn't in the episode. I went back to rewatch the last episode, and the last episode of season 3. She never left or said she was leaving or anything like that.
Man, we didn't know none of that shit.
Okay. Here's the thing. I know why she left, because there is a graphic novel. Yeah, they made a graphic novel in between season 3 and season 4.
Nobody
And
would
she
know
was having
that.
like this.
That's required reading. No one knew about that
I thought
shit.
that graphic novel was about
That is
her finding
another
her
problem.
parents.
That is another problem that the season has. There's
Wait,
like,
no.
yeah, like they kind of talked about it in the season that she left because she kind of has a feeling that Viren was alive and he was responsible for what happened to her parents. So she wanted revenge. So she left. And the reason I hate that story so much is because like Callum knows about what she's feeling, and he wanted to go with her. Like the whole group wanted to go with her, but then she was like, "No, I can't let you guys do that for me. I need to do this by myself. This is my problem. I need to solve it myself." And I'm like, "You stubborn, pointy-eared bitch."
Oh,
You cause
this book?
emotional trauma.
You have the
You have the book.
this man had
You had
I never read it.
you never read it. You haven't.
And there we go.
Never
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I
See, because I
They
bought
keep
it
releasing, like,
immediately
short
after. When did I buy it? I bought this immediately after season 3 ended. And I was like, oh man, I'm curious to know what happens. I ain't touch it.
Okay, I want you to flip through the pages like near the end
Yeah.
and see if you like actually see her leaving.
Yep,
was even
there's
a
the
short
last page
story-
of the whole thing. She's leaving. Yep, there she goes.
There's even a short story that they released a while ago. It was like her letter to Callum, saying that I'm sorry that I hurt you and all that shit. And yeah, it's brilliantly written, but it makes me mad.
It
Makes
like
me
I said,
mad.
It felt like
so
I was
much.
watching a different show, especially when that man Callum was just mad for no reason. We had to go through this damn teenager drama for no reason. But that's not one of the things that
Aren't they
really,
teenagers now?
I guess, yeah, technically, they are. They were already teenagers though. That was the other thing.
Yeah.
But
now they're older teenagers.
the other thing that also irked me, and I was really ready to just be like, well, I'm done, was the episode. It might have been episode 3 with the hot elves and the humans in that camp and everything like that.
Oh,
And
Lord.
the architect person, my man,
Yeah.
I was so mad at that woman. And when they put her on trial, I was like, I mean, death might
Kill her.
Death might be a bit much,
Excessive.
but I'm like,
Excessive, yes,
I'm
but she
like-
still needs to be finished.
hey, dog, you should lose a hand or something.
I think
man.
that's what
Yeah.
I didn't get why we was getting this side story with them. I don't give a shit about Fire Elves.
I think
really don't.
I think the reason why is because like it's one of those things where it's like in season 3 there was like supposed to be peace. There was supposed to be peace afterwards, like when the Dragon Prince finally returns to his mom, and then all of a sudden magically there's going to be peace everywhere. And this story was supposed to be an example of that's not going to be the case for everybody. You know, even though like we're supposed to be at peace doesn't mean we automatically stop hating each other or not learn about our differences and all that shit. So I kind of get the story they're trying to do.
like, I get that though, but like,
That shit was
for
trash.
you to be that ignorant to someone's like their culture, like y'all are trying to coexist in one thing, and for you to be that ignorant, that like just that headstrong like that pissed me off. My man said yesterday, my mother has died. This is a custom. This is
That
a
wasn't
tradition.
yesterday.
it wasn't that far off. It wasn't that far off. It wasn't that many days though. Like it was fairly recent when his buddy said his mom died, and it's a custom for what he was doing, and it's like she wasn't hearing that at all. She was like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm the boss, apparent quote unquote. I'm the boss, and she said, and
I'm the architect.
and put out the fire. She basically slapped and spit into these people's face, who are technically they technically are there with them. Like they're like guests almost, and you spit in Buddy face and their custom face. Now, I don't necessarily agree with the brother of the Fire Queen lady. I don't agree with the brother and how he was held out. This just felt like Zuko versus Azula all again. They have a freaking Agni Kai.
It did feel like that, yeah. There's a lot of Easter eggs of Avatar the Last
like when you get into
show.
the
like when you see in the
dragon's room,
the dragon's lair,
you see Zuko's
you see Aang's staff and Sokka's You see Aang's staff and Sokka's boomerang.
I was so uninterested. I didn't.
They're really ham-fisted it.
Didn't even notice that.
Also, Soren said "yip yip" to that small dragon.
That made me roll my eyes.
I was like,
that was really ham-fisted. I mean,
I was like, don't try and endear me now.
Writers did.
I'm just, and then everybody got a Pokemon now. Everybody got a Pokemon.
Yeah.
That man Soren got a Pokemon. He got
a Pokemon. Look like a Pokemon.
Freaking Rayla showed up back with a Pokemon. Ezrin had a Pokemon. He got a legendary Pokemon. Now that man Callum, he got the other Pokemon. He got the Psyduck, the thing that lights up. Everybody got a Pokemon. Even freaking old girl, her boyfriend is a Pokemon. And then they hatched a Pokemon.
Not the boyfriend's a Pokemon, yo.
Oh,
Probably my least favorite character ever. It did make me laugh. It was like, this is my magic. Nah, they're gonna blossom in 3 weeks strong. I was like, bro, these elves suck.
And the other thing, how none of this needed to be happen. Buddy Viram was content. He realized what he did.
Oh my goodness! I was so mad. I was so mad at that scene. He was like, I'm gonna make the most of the life that I have left. I'm gonna spend my time with my family. I will rethink everything that I've done in my life and just be at peace. And then Claudia just slaps him, legit just slaps him in his face. What? That's the one good idea he had throughout this entire show. He had nothing but bad ideas. And, oh my god.
Shit was trash.
Claudia's off the deep end. She's at the deep end right now.
Was there anything else that you disliked about this?
Every episode was a waste of my. It was 9 episodes of nothing. Every episode was awful.
Wasn't it 10?
Oh, it's 9.
Oh, it's 9.
9.
It was 9. Yeah, it's 9.
You know what? I finally did start to like it. Like on episode 8, I was like, okay. It's finally starting to be okay. Then I was like, oh, well, this is the last episode. Never mind. This shit was trash.
Was there any other things we didn't step upon? Why you didn't like anything else you didn't like? You are thinking hard.
Did you ask me?
Yes.
Oh no!
Yes.
Y'all cut out for a second. Okay. Let's see. My least.
Yeah, so many options.
Here, I texted you about this, Walt, because I was so confused. It was like bugging me the entire time. Every time somebody opened their mouth, I'm like, y'all are confusing the hell out of me, man. The elves, like the sun elves that had like the camp with the humans. Is their accent supposed to be African or French? Somebody needs to pick an accent, and somebody needs to pick someone who can actually do the accent good. Because whatever that accent was, it was garbage. Hot garbage. And like, I have a thing about accents, and when I hear a bad one, I'm like, oh my god, I would rather blow my brains out than listen to this.
I think they are supposed to be like the mixture of the two. Because at first I thought French, but then I'm like, maybe African, or maybe depends on like the elf or something. Like one of them has a French one that's hard. Yeah.
Whenever the
Either way,
queen
it was
talked,
terrible.
I had to put subtitles up. Whenever the queen I had to put
that didn't bother me. Stuff like that doesn't bother me.
It felt like I was back in season 2 of Luke Cage, and Bushwalk was talking every time. That's what it felt like.
Oh my god, the Jamaican.
Yeah.
I could never understand what that was.
Man.
That's what it felt.
See,
So glad
I enjoyed
subtitles.
I would much rather listen to him talk than hear those elves talk again, man. My God.
That didn't bother me at all.
I mean, it didn't bother me.
Yeah, it wasn't that. Yeah, it wasn't that bad to me. I mean, it's a kids show, so I give it a lot of.
Also, for someone who lives who lives in a house with someone who has a French accent, I have to feel some sort of way about it. So, you know.
Okay, so it's more of a personal thing.
I think so, yeah.
There's a lot wrong with it.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
And like Noah said, nothing happened. Like, we didn't really. And then what with what JR said at the top of this, it's called the Mystery of Erebos. This nigga showed up like twice, and we only got like one part of the backstory.
One exposition.
That we can even already, like, I think we partially knew that already.
I mean,
we knew most of it.
Yeah.
All right.
I
think it's more of a mystery of where he is.
Yo, that shit pissed me off. The Queen Dragon literally said, no, none of the other dragons know where he's at, but everybody has a piece. Why did these fuckers think to go to the Earth Dragon, they know where he's at? She literally said nobody knows where he's at, but they got pieces to the puzzle. Why do they think, yo, where he at? Why did they ask him that? They said, yo, it's like, what they say, 12 archdragons, 9 archdragons, and nobody knows where the prison's at, but everybody got a clue, because everybody else was left these artifacts. Why did they go to the Earth Dragon and ask him, where's Erebos at? Nigga, like, I don't know shit, and I got this map, that's part of it. She didn't explain that to us. That shit pissed me off. I was like, yo, this shit is trash. That shit pissed me off.
No. What pissed me off was when the rock dudes, they opened the gate and there was rocks in front of it, and the Queen Dragon just, she couldn't blast them away so they could just go in.
Yeah,
that's what I thought she was going to do.
We had to do this convoluted back door. That what we had to do?
Doc. She didn't even have to blast it. She could have just pushed that shit.
Right?
There we go, guys. Okay, let's go.
What?
She didn't even seem that thin of a wall. That thick of a wall.
How is this man the Earth Dragon and he don't know another dragon is on his turf right now? He would have felt this, right?
Nah, man. Nah, I guess not, dog.
I think he was just stuck there. I think he was just stuck down there with, like, nobody's going in and telling them the news. I mean, why would they? He don't care.
That shit pissed me off. It's like they didn't listen to their own backstory. It's like they wasn't there. It's like the backstory was for us, but not them.
Yeah.
But no, but the other thing though, towards the end of that though, like when the Pokemon hatched, and they said Erebos or what's her face had said that the Pokemon was gonna lead us to or somebody who knew where Erebos was, and then at the end of that. We get Evil Varen for some fucking reason. I thought he was just going to be a good guy now because he clearly changed his ways. But nah, they tricked me. Shame on me. But they was like, yeah, now we can go get Erebos. So I was like, wait, don't y'all need the other Dragon Balls? Because that's what y'all. This is a quest. We supposed to be on a quest. Don't y'all need the other ones?
Yeah,
they made it seem like that map they got from the Earth Dragon. The Earth Dragon was the only one with that map, and that was exactly where Erebos is.
That's what they made it seem like. And I was like, don't they gotta go fight the other 8 dragons? Like the arch. How many dragons was this? Like 9 or 12. I can't remember.
It's something like that, yeah.
It's a few.
That shit pissed. When I tell you that shit triggered the fuck out of me. That shit was insulting my intelligence.
And then
Season 5 better go hard. I mean, Season 5 better. Yeah.
What were you going to say, Isaac?
Season 5
well, that little part where they're escaping the Earth Dragon and they're trying to push the door open, and then Wart headbutts the door and that magically makes the door start opening. I was like, I'm about to throw my phone across the room. This show's dumb as hell.
It's the strength of your heart.
Man, and see, I'm all for the whole, power of friendship thing in shows. I think it's cheesy and fun sometimes. But, I think it was when Ezrin was giving that speech to the Dragon Queen, and this kid said love and hope, 7 or 8 times in a row. I was like, kid, there's other synonyms. You know other words for these words, kid. Please, God. Just... I don't think I'm gonna watch season 5. I think I'm done.
There's only 3 seasons left, dog. It's already renewed for 3 more seasons.
Well,
I'm in it for the long haul.
Was there anything else? I know we've been real negative throughout this. Was there any good that y'all liked?
I think the one part that honestly... Sorry.
Go ahead, JR. Go ahead,
JR.
Okay, the one thing that honestly made me laugh was... what made me laugh, but also made me mad, was when they actually got to the Earth Dragon, they were presenting their gifts, and they were showing their own sentimentality of their own gifts. These are the knives carved by my parents or my fathers. This is this is the staff of a good friend of mine. This is the crown of my that represents my kingdom, and it's made by the sword of my father. And I was like, oh wow, that actually goes hard. And then by the end, he was like, okay, 2 knives, a stick, and a hat. Do you honestly think that this
Yo, my man said, I don't
honestly think that these words moved me?
I don't give a fuck about this.
I was honestly laughing at that. Because I was half expecting him to be like, I don't fucking care about this, and half expecting him to go oh, that's actually sweet. Let me take that.
My guy pastry chef made chocolate. Let's not get throw it out. He made chocolate and called it
he made chocolate.
He called it brown slut.
Yeah, he made chocolate though.
I mean, when you think about it, what would they have called chocolate when you first heard of it? When you first what was the process of coming up with the word chocolate?
Chocolate comes from cocoa or the cocoa bean.
Yeah.
From cocoa. From cacao. Something like that, yeah.
So don't overthink it.
Chocolate. I don't think they have the same thing though. Because
Noah, was it
I don't know.
Isaac? We get back to Isaac. What was the thing that you liked in here?
JR said it. I just like the point where he's like, they're like, here are my knives, here's my staff, here's my crown, and he's like, so you gave me 2 toothpicks, a stick, and a hat. The hell am I supposed to do with this? Like,
So when he says that, that's when they pan out and he goes on about like the swords, rust, and all that junk, and that's when you see Aang's staff,
yeah.
Sokka's boomerang, and then Zuko's swords.
But yeah, that's my favorite part. And that's genuinely like the only good part I can think about, because I thought Claudia's boyfriend was going to be like comic relief, and I thought I was going to like him, and then he made the fart joke, and I was like, fart joke, because fart jokes, even at I don't care what age you are, farts are still funny. But then it gets to a point where when Claudia says, yeah, his farts smell so good, I was like, that's kinky, and I don't want to hear it no more.
the way Claudia was,
it's like, she's weird.
She's supposed to be evil or just dark, but she's like so freaking bubbly. And
how did she get with a nice guy like him? I don't. They never go into detail of how they met. That's the one thing that was kind of bothering me about their relationship in the first place. Because he admitted that he saw her do bad stuff.
Yeah.
He still was with her, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, he's the one. He's almost like the conscience of her, which I feel like that's gonna play in probably the next season. Something's gonna happen to him, but like,
yeah, probably.
He was somewhat okay of a character because, like, I mean, he was trying to come to grips with killing the person, which he did. He killed somebody to save someone he loved, so there's that, and he was trying to come to grips with that. But the way Varen just like, get over it, I was like, what the fuck, really?
Yeah.
My man,
What kind of advice is that?
But like, and then he's the one that made her give the coins to the moon elf. So there's that. Noah, was there anything that you liked in here and thoroughly enjoyed?
The deaf chick, she's always cool.
Yeah, I mean, I like the fact that she was getting married to the elf one.
Yeah, she's always a good character. I always enjoyed her. They always, when she signed, this time they shush, baby. This time when she signed, they did the subtitles for us, right?
No, they never did.
They didn't do that in the other ones.
They did it this season, though, right?
But they did in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Like when she was talking about having your cake and eating it too, and she was like, why not have two
Yeah, I'm
cakes?
saying because maybe it
And
was.
they actually showed the subtitles for that.
I didn't have subtitles. I didn't see any subtitles.
Oh, I had subtitles for her. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm pretty sure I had subtitles.
Yeah, I didn't have subtitles for her. It was still always her, her interpreter dude, or because of which made it believable that her wife knew what she was saying too, because it was 2 years after. I guess they had to. I guess that's one of the biggest reasons for the
learning curve
for the time skip. The wife needed to know sign language too.
I did like when she dropped those fire dancer L's, just straight Molly. They didn't put up no fight. They were just confused.
One of them was trying to run away. One of them was trying to run away for dear life. He thought he was going to get killed.
I mean, you would think she would have
so
known when she was grabbing the whip of fire, and because they kept the camera kept focusing on that. She kept grabbing the whip of fire, and nothing was happening to her hands. So.
I just like she mollywopped them. She dropped them.
She was out for blood.
She pinned my guy to a tree with a shield, dog.
Alright, like I said, there's a lot wrong with this, but there is some good stuff in this season. I mean, we've been negative for 40 minutes right now, so we're gonna go on to the scores. Noah, What are you scoring this out of 10? This
It's
a 5?
It's a 5.
Are you still recommending the show to somebody? And are you still watching the last 3 seasons?
I am gonna watch the last 3 seasons. Even though season 5 gotta go be amazing. They gotta return to form like they did in the first 3 seasons. Season 5 has to be great. Has to be 8 out of 10 or better for me for season 5.
Isaac, you look sad over there, like your puppy got kicked or something. What are you giving this out of 10? And are you still recommending this show, even though this season kind of turned you off? And are you still watching it?
I gave it a 4.
Damn.
I was not feeling it. Would I recommend it? I recommend the first 3 seasons. If you're hooked after that, go ahead and watch them. Watch it after that. Am I gonna watch more? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe.
Shit, if you gotta wait another 3 seasons, I ain't watching that shit.
Yeah.
3 years, man. I'm not watching that.
Jay, out of 10. And the same thing. Is this still got your vote for best animated cartoon on Netflix? Or are you done? Did the season turn you off to a point where you're just done?
It's still my top 10. Still my top 10. This season was a bit of a slump, but I believe that they'll try to get back. I mean, I would give this season a 5, a hopeful 5.
A hopeful 5.
And I would a hopeful 5. And I would recommend this to other people, but I would warn them about this season just to get them prepared of their expectations.
Dog, this season is the last season of Game of Thrones. That's how it feels.
You watch Game of Thrones?
Nah, but with all the discourse, and everything, that's what it's equivalent to, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Let's hope it returns to form, to the Dragon Prince we love.
Because this is like a real big blemish on the show itself. Because it started great, and then season, and that's a big turnoff for me. I'm gonna have to give it a 5. I mean, there was, as much as we've been harking on it, and as much as I've been harking on it throughout this thing, we've been negative. There was some good stuff in the season, in this show. We learned some things, I guess. And everybody got a Pokemon. That's the one thing you need to know. Everybody got a Pokemon. Vote for Virum to get his Pokemon, and yeah, and then they're gonna have a battle.
No, he's got one too.
See what?
Didn't he had one? Like in season 3, he had the worm.
I am still in the camp that bird is the king. Somehow, because we never saw.
They never gone back to the bird.
Yeah, we never saw.
We never see the bird again.
Yeah, we never see the bird, and we never see Virum actually kill the king. So what I actually feel like he put his soul or something in that bird.
Oh, I forgot all about that shit.
That's what I think.
Damn.
Like the king was killed by the elves, but he probably had his soul,
quote unquote.
on the bird,
we don't
bird.
see it.
Shit. I forgot.
It's a theory.
That.
It's a very good theory because we see the bird fly away when all that shit was happening.
And the other thing is, we'll probably get that in the next season, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna. One of the plot points of the next season is Rayla trying to figure out how to get her parents and her mentor technically back out of those coins.
I hope her and Rayla and Caleb get back together, so I don't gotta go through another season of that bullshit.
They did. They started.
I
God,
I mean, they're starting to. They reconciled. They kind of reconciled by the end. So I'm hoping that they won't go for a will they, won't they
I
type
need
bullshit.
season 5, episode 1, we back together type shit. I don't want to go to a whole nother season of them just being awkward. Here, baby.
Son is wielding the broom like it's his birthright.
God.
If you down below in the comments, if you agree with us, hey, that's cool. If you don't, I mean, just throw a bunch of dislikes on this video, even though it doesn't matter no more.
We don't blame you.
But for real though, thank you for watching and all that other jazz. And as we always say, what do we always say, fellas?
I have an attitude.
Dude, you wonderful,
What he said.
wonderful, beautiful nerd.
Yeah, talking about this killed us. Peace.